good, man. I like the
Finally,
show.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I've been following for a while now.
I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, yeah, tell us your name and tell us where you're from.
My name is Brandon Reynolds. I'm from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I
Okay.
would say born and raised, but I wasn't born there, but I definitely was raised there.
Yeah, yeah. So, early childhood. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, early childhood. So my situation is a bit different, but it's similar in a lot of ways. You know, we see it a lot. I was raised by my grandmother in
Okay.
Winston-Salem, right there on 11th Street. You know, my parents, they weren't really in a position to take care of me, so I ended up with grandmoms. Uh,
I
with
know.
that being said, hey, childhood, man, I can't complain, bro. You know, I can't get over here and say I had it rough. I missed meals, man. None of that, bro. Grandma did her thing. You know what I'm saying? As I think a lot of grandparents have done, and in lieu of parents not being able to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, so early childhood. Um, but with that at the same time, it's always a dark side to it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
It's always a dark side where you got a grandparent trying to take care of somebody, three, four generations up under them.
yeah,
Hey, it ain't but so much grandma can do.
yeah.
You
How'd
know
you
what
do
I'm saying?
academically?
Academically, man, it don't make no sense, right? So I excelled academically. Like,
Okay.
I was real high up there academically, but the behavior was crazy, man. The behavior was off the chain.
Same here. Same here.
Yeah, I struggled with behavior. Uh, shit, man, from kindergarten all the way up. You
Why
know
you
what I'm
think that
saying,
is?
man? I, I, I don't. I think maybe just lack of attention, man. Lack of
Yeah,
attention. You know what I'm saying? Again, growing up with a grandmother. Um, Looking back, like I said, it ain't but so much that grandma can do for you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I think just that lack of attention, and even as a kid, having questions that can be answered.
yeah,
Sometimes you don't even know what the question is, but it's there, right?
yeah, yeah. You
Um,
don't even know it. You don't know it's there, but it's
nah,
there.
you don't even know it's there, but man, I kid you not, bro. I think the first time I got suspended was in first grade. I shot my teacher in the eye with a rubber band.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And from there, it was like it was on, man. Let's let's
yeah,
let's see, let's see how much attention I can get today.
yeah.
You know
You
what I'm
think they
saying?
you think they labeled you a troublemaker from there on out after you
Oh
did that?
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely, man. Hey man, I couldn't go on none of the school field trips, bro. Like
Yeah.
I think a big
What?
thing in North I know in Winston, a big thing back then, thinking back, they let you go to it was like some Camp Raven Knob or some shit. They would let all
Yeah,
the students
reckon
go to. Yeah, I couldn't attend, bro. They was
what?
like, nah, you got to stay at home, man. You
Dang,
don't know how to act. We ain't taking you nowhere. Yeah, it was looking back, it was terrible, man.
I
Yeah.
see.
Uh
Like moving on up to high school and all that. Well, even before then, did you like participate in sports or anything like that? You play pop one ball and all that.
yeah, I participated. That was one plus, for my grandmother raising me. Is I think she identified that there was some things that she couldn't do. So she always did her best to keep. I was in some kind of sports, man. I started playing baseball. I'm a big baseball fan.
Yeah,
Um, Always was. That was me and her thing, was watching baseball. And I was real into baseball. Um, I played football too. I wasn't the star athlete, you know what I'm saying? But I
yeah,
did my part. I held my weight on the football field, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
it's funny, I ain't that big, but I was always the center, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, but for me
for
that
real?
was cool because I was like, I get to touch the ball every time.
Yeah. How tall are you?
5'7",
5'7".
5'7", about 155. So as a kid, man, I was always the smallest. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That
Always
probably,
soaking wet. You could probably throw me from here across town. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But
That probably
but
the
I,
best position for you.
huh?
That probably was the best position for you. A lot of kids be like, man, I don't want to play that. I don't want to play no line, nothing like that. That probably was where you fit, where a perfect fit for you.
Yeah, yeah, no, it worked out, bro. I played the line, played center or whatever. But like for me, I've always looked at things in a different light. I'm like, shit, I get to touch the ball every time. I'm winning. You know what I'm saying? I get to touch the ball more than the running back or the wide out. Like
Yeah,
it's me and the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So that was
yeah.
pretty dope.
I ain't that move till you snap that ball.
Yeah, ain't nothing
Yeah,
happening.
yeah.
So
How, how did high school go for you?
man, high school was horrible, bro.
Yeah.
So
What high school did you go to?
I went to Reynolds.
You went to Reynolds.
Well, I went to Reynolds, then I ended up going to Independence. I ended up
Okay.
going to Independence at the end of it, but I started out at Reynolds. Ninth grade was probably like the last real year of high school for me.
Yeah. I know what independence is, but let them know what independence is.
So
Let them
Independence is a what they call it, a
know.
alternative school.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
alternative school. So if you get so many disciplinary actions in regular school, you know what I'm saying? They send you to Independence.
yeah,
Pretty much, man. It's like a big ass daycare, man.
yeah. They
You
count.
know, yeah, they don't teach you nothing there. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying? They might as well give you a coloring book, and that's really what they do. They give you a packet with some work that's like first grade level work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Which
Yeah. How'd you get sent over there?
man, how did I get sent to Independence? So how I got sent to Independence was a good friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? I was in a lot of shit in high school,
Yeah.
and a good friend of mine, he came to the lunchroom one day. He was like, "Man, some cats tried to jump me." So I'm like, "Well, we can figure this out." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think the end of school came. You know what how it is at school. You getting everybody, rallying everybody together
Yeah.
during school, and we went to the bus lot. You know, Reynolds had a real big, huge bus lot,
Yeah.
and man, I used to fool with a lot of people, bro. Like I never was really like clicked up like that with anybody in particular,
Yeah.
but everybody rocked with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just a
Um,
man's man. He was all right with everybody.
yeah, just all right with everybody for the most part.
Yeah.
And we seen the cats. You know, words was exchanged, and the next thing you know, man, it was like the whole entire bus lot, the whole school erupted, man.
Well,
It was crazy. So I ended up dipping off. Police tried to chase me, everything. And the next day, I want to say they sent the sheriff to the house, and they was like, you incited a riot yesterday.
oh man.
So yeah, so they hit me with inciting a riot, and that pretty much, like I said, man, the whole parking lot, man, all type of people was coming out the woodwork ready to, do whatever, and that's how I ended up going. But I didn't go right away, man. I ended up around this time, man. I was out there, right? Like we ain't going to school no more. We chilling. We in the hood. We doing our thing,
Trapping,
And
all that shit.
huh?
Trapping and all that shit.
Uh, I wouldn't go that far, but everybody tried. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Everybody
Everybody trying
tried.
to handle it.
Yeah, everybody gonna try at the end of the day. Whether it went for me, I'll say that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Which turned out to be a blessing, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
That leads down a whole different path.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I ended up going to Independence.
Cool. Well, were you okay? So this probably around about maybe 11th, 12th grade.
Yeah, this probably like 10th, 11th grade.
11th grade.
But before
So
that,
you,
I had went to they had this pilot thing that was they had this pilot thing that was they called it the ALC trailer.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? I had went to that first before I even went to Independence. And it was a trailer on campus. And you went to the trailer at whatever 8:45, whatever time school started. And you stayed there the whole day. It was like permanent in-school suspension.
Oh, it's like ISS.
Yeah, it's like long term.
Yeah.
It's like the
Oh
feds
shit.
for ICE.
You was expelled in school.
Yeah, I was expelled in school, man.
But you still was there.
But I still was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. which is sad because, bro, when I tell you, I was in all honors classes. I
Yeah,
really, yeah, I really wasn't even in classes with my peers, really. Like, I would see a lot of people at lunch or whatever, but other than that, like a lot of people don't know that I was in honors classes, bro, a lot of times.
yo, that's
And
cool as hell.
yeah, it was cool, but that shit went down the drain. I didn't use it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So when I went to the ALC trailer, like I said, man, they give you like literally they give you like fifth grade work, bro, in high school. Just something, but to
busy
add to
work.
that though, some of them kids really can't barely do that though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I get it. But yeah, so that was like around 10th, 11th grade year.
Did when things started going like when things started going that way, did that have any influence on how you decided to get enrolled in the military, or was that just something that just came about?
Man, I had always teetered with it. It was something I think it was 2001 happened, 9/11. I was still a kid, like eighth grade. But I do remember ninth grade, ninth and 10th grade, I would go home and I would watch on you could this is the first time ever you could watch combat on TV.
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
don't know if
remember.
you remember that.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
they had it.
I'm trying to what it was on 13, I think.
I think it was 13 or something like that. Like you could
Yeah,
actually watch it on TV live. You know what I'm saying? And that grabbed my attention a little bit, but outside had my attention more. You know what I'm saying? So for me getting into the military, I was about I was at a low point, man. My grandmother had passed. She passed. I think she passed when I was 18. It's hard for me to remember like that time frame like that.
yeah.
I think just because of the trauma that was caused by. I was 17 or 18, something like that, when she passed, and ended up having to move out of the house. She owed some money on the house. Had to move out the house. That got taken by the bank. And I was outside for real then. You know what I'm
Outside.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah. But luckily, I had got wrapped around the car scene, doing my car thing or whatever in the beginning stages of me learning how to paint cars and stuff. And it was this cat from Florida, man. There's this dude named Freddie. I still chop it up with him to this day. Real big airbrush dude down in South Florida. I don't know. You remember the eye candy days?
what's that again?
You remember the eye candy car days?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, I think that what was that? That was a what one that was a DVD or something like that. You froze on me, man. See if we can get brought back. Shit, you there? See if we can't get brought back. Bro, froze on us. See if we can get brought back. Let's get them back, y'all. Just hang tight. Tight. Right back. Oh, we got you, bro. You back? You back?
Yeah, we back, man.
Okay.
My bad, bro. I
Okay,
had
there
I
you
had
go.
to
You
move it
good, bro?
inside, man.
It's all good. You
That
good,
that
bro?
Vegas heat, that
Got it.
Vegas
Hey,
heat
I
turned my
feel you.
phone off, man.
I know that Cali heat like. I don't know what that Vegas heat like. But
Man,
yeah,
it's
we back.
crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, we back. So let's see. Yeah, that's when I was rolling with eye candy, man. Those guys in conjunction with I don't know if you ever heard of Dave Moore,
I don't think
that
so.
do the South Side Rise program. I had got wrapped up with them, learning how to work on the cars. And
Okay.
man, I just had my first daughter. I think I was 19 then. I ain't have a clue, bro. I'm like, I'm just out here like, I got this kid. I ain't making no money. You know what I'm saying? Something got to give, or it's gonna get real ugly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the homie was like, Fred, he was like, man, you should join the military. Cause I would watch all these military movies all the time.
Yeah.
And he was making he's like, man, you should go do it. And I was like, dang, you know what? I'm gonna try, right? So um went down there to the office at the mall. It was at the mall at the time. Uh try to get signed up. I ain't have a GED, right? I never graduated from high school.
Okay.
So they like, you gotta have a GED. So I went through, got my GED, went back, took the test, failed the test, like miserably. You know what I'm saying? I think just, I don't know, man. It's just my mind wasn't in the right place. You know what I mean? So I was bummed out. I was like, man, fuck that shit. Fuck that army shit. You know, I ain't fooling with them people no way, you know, whoop de whoop. You know what I'm saying? But really it's just
Yeah.
anger. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
you realize this as you get angry older. A lot of frustration is just you angry at
It's just
yourself,
anger.
really, but you don't want to put it on yourself. So yeah, you
It's
put
just
it on
anger.
everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So went back to working on cars, couple months go past, maybe 6, 7 months. And the dude was like, nah, man. He was like, you gonna go down there. He was like, you gonna cut your hair. Cause man, I had hair down to my middle of my back.
Yeah.
You
A
know what I'm
lot.
saying? He was like, you gonna get a haircut. Nah, nah, nah. I had a perm, bro. I was on some other shit.
He
You
was
know what
on
I'm
some other
saying?
shit. He said I was on some other. He was a player
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I had a
Okay.
whole perm, man, since like the ninth grade.
I
You know what I'm
feel it.
saying? I thought I was Snoop Dogg or somebody. But
Yeah.
um, ended up, he was like, man, you gotta get a haircut. He was like, I'm gonna take you, we're gonna get some nice clothes. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you ain't going down there with your pants hanging off your ass. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm gonna get you some nice clothes. You're gonna go down there, represent yourself,
Yeah.
and you know,
I do.
see how it go. You know what I'm saying? So I went down there, did it again, passed the test. Um, and then they was like, you got to choose between jobs. And I wanted to do the infantry, right?
Yeah.
Mainly because I didn't know it was no other jobs in the military. I thought everybody shoot at people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't know you could be a cook, a doctor, a helicopter pilot. I'm thinking everybody just front line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they was like, that ain't open right now. They was like, you could be a truck driver. So I'm like, it was either truck driver or nutritionist. And at the time, like, I should have chose nutritionist, right? But I was
Yeah.
like, I ain't being no fucking nutritionist. What kind of weird ass shit is that? I was like, put me in a truck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. At the
Looking back,
time,
it
yeah.
don't make no kind of sense.
Yeah.
Where my mind was at the time, I think a lot of times we don't see the potential in ourselves.
Yeah.
So we go ahead and pick the low hanging fruit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I
Or
was
be
like,
open
yeah, I'll do the
minded.
truck driving thing. Huh?
Or be open minded.
Nah,
When we
not
was
at all.
younger.
Especially when
Yeah.
it's some shit we ain't seen.
Yeah. If you
You know what I'm
can't see,
saying?
you know what I'm saying, you just can't see far into it, then you just like, I don't want to do it. But
Right, right. Had I chosen the nutritionist route, I might be damn near a doctor by now. You know, you
perhaps
know what I'm saying? So,
should have
but
worked up.
right. So I ended up doing the truck driver route. And man, after that, I was probably gone in like 2 weeks. I was gone in 2 weeks. Cause Iraq was up and rolling at the time. Iraq and Afghanistan. It was jumping at the time.
So you
So
shipped in 2 weeks. You was out of you shipped in 2 weeks.
yeah, I shipped in 2 weeks, bro. It might not have been 2 weeks to keep it real with you. Um, I just remember it went so by in a flash. Like, only thing I remember about going through that whole process was them saying you could be a truck driver, setting up a bank account. I ain't even have a bank account. They set me up a bank account and I was gone. Nothing but
Man.
the bags, you know, the clothes I had on my back. And
Yeah.
man, first time on an airplane, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And went to basic training.
Was any of your people that'll see you off? You know what I'm saying? When you went?
Nah,
Nah.
Nah, nah. I mean, some people dropped me off at the air, dropped me off. I went to the mall by myself, man. It was a Sunday. I went
Yeah.
all by myself, and man, the bag on my back, I got on this van, and that was that, man. I didn't know where the van was going. I was just out here
You was out here.
winging it.
So y'all went to a base or something and y'all just hopped on a plane or
Yeah, we ended up going to MEPS. So MEPS is
yeah,
the Military Entrance Processing Center, or whatever. And they got one in Charlotte. So we went down there. You got to sit around all day, do all type of tests, see if you got any sickness or illness that hinder you from going to the military service. Um, and that's
you
pretty
gotta
much
get
it.
done.
Yeah. So jumped on a
Okay.
plane and I got to Fort Sill, Oklahoma, probably at like it was like midnight.
Mm.
Got to Fort Sill, Oklahoma. It was like midnight. um, they take you right off the bus. Um, Pretty much you put all your belongings in this box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In like a big box. Everybody throw all this stuff, got your name wrote on it, and you don't see that stuff no more, man, until you graduate. And from there, they gave us like 2 or 3 hours of sleep, woke us up, and started the process of bringing us into the military.
Dang. So your first day when they woke you up
Yeah.
and were they coming out yelling, yeah, get your ass up, were they coming out on some drill sergeant type shit or did they
Nah,
coming out
man.
like
Truth be told, they kind of set you up for failure a little bit, right? Well, not set you up for failure, but they set you up. So when you were in reception, it's called a reception battalion. So when I went through reception battalion, like they was stern, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
they really went screaming and hollering. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So it's like, man, this ain't that bad. All this shit you see on the movies and shit, you like, nah, this ain't that bad. They take you through, get your hair cut. You know what I'm saying? I already had a
yeah.
haircut. They did it anyway.
It's kind of
Um,
good cop, bad cop type shit.
Good cop, bad cop type of shit. So
Yeah.
um ended up, they get you clothes, they get you boots, they get you your PT uniform, your workout, PT. They get you uniforms and stuff, get your ID card made, you know what I'm saying? Get shots. When you go through this line, you just take all kind of shots. Ain't no telling what the hell. It's just, man, I say
They
we
just give
probably
them
got
to you. They
about,
don't tell you what the hell they are, nothing. They just give them to you.
nah, because you can't turn it down. Like
Yeah, yeah. You already done signed up.
you done already signed up. They don't even tell you none of that stuff, man. And yeah, after that, you sit around for a couple days in reception, and then that's when they come get you. When they come in them cattle trucks, man. I think they changed it, man. They actually deemed it inhumane. You know what I'm saying? Like a cattle trucks.
Yeah, I know you're talking about with the thing over the top and
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. You just hop your ass on the back of that and just pile
yeah,
in.
yeah. Shit on the floor and everything. Because I think the people use it for actual cattle at the same time, but they
Oh
just,
shit. I
yeah.
didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. So they put
That's
power you in the cattle truck. And then as you on that truck, man, this dude just yelling at the top of his lungs. I can't even remember what dude was saying, man. But whatever it was, he was serious. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, pretty much, when this truck stops, you need to get off of this. You need to get off of this. You need to get out of the back of this truck as fast as you can.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So uh from there, man, it's crazy, bro. They teach you they reteach you everything as if you were a child for real. Um, they teach you how to walk. They teach you how to stand. They teach you how to talk. They teach you how to eat lunch. It's a process for eating lunch. Like you can't just eat lunch how you used to eat lunch. You got to eat lunch the way the army wants you to eat lunch.
how they
You
want you to eat them?
like, first of all, ain't nobody talking. This
Yeah,
ain't a
yeah, yeah.
place to talk, right?
I think
Always
that's
look.
how they do it in prison.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
I think it's
Um,
the same way.
it's
Everybody filing and people filing out and
Yo,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like a big yeah.
yeah. The crazy thing is, man, it really, and I don't want nobody to take this out of context or the wrong way. I think it's built on the same blueprint.
I think so.
I ain't gonna say it's the same because I know people that have gone to prison definitely got the shit they got to
Yeah,
deal with that we
being in the
did.
military, being in the military is much more honorable than going to the penitentiary.
Yeah,
That
definitely. So I don't want to say it's the same, but I think it's based on the same blueprint.
yeah,
Um, they teach you how not to point when you talk. Don't use your hands when you talk.
yeah.
Um, all that. So we sit down the first day at the table eating, and the drill sergeant come by and he says, "Oh, y'all want to talk?" He's like, "That's cool. Get up, you done." And like whole plate of food still on the plate, bro.
Oh hell no.
Ain't nobody touch no plate. Ain't nobody nothing. Nobody even talk for real. But it's a game. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, yep.
They got to do it. Um,
The mind
so
fuck.
it's a mind fuck. You know what I'm saying? So that part wasn't too bad because I think coming from where we come from, every day is the mind fuck to begin with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we've been dealing with mind fuck since we was knee high to a grasshopper. So
So we know
I
what shit is, whether we can prove it or not. We know what shit is, what it is. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're saying.
right. So yeah, and then from there, man, they just start training,
Yeah.
just hardcore training, man.
How did you feel about that though? Did that apparently it brought the man up out of you. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Yeah.
did you struggle with it or anything like
Nah,
that?
nah, I didn't struggle, man. The crazy thing is, uh, I fit in like I had always been there.
Yeah.
It was just natural. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was still hard. It was difficult. Absolutely. It was days you wanted to like just not do this no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think I knew internally that it was something I had to do, not only for my daughter and her mom, but it was
It
something I had to
caused
do.
a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for real.
It was
So
part of your journey.
yeah, yeah. So after like 10 weeks, 10 weeks, I ended up making it through and then went on to what they call advanced individual training. So they shipped me to another base in Missouri, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, and I went there and learned how to drive trucks for the army.
Okay. What that was about right there.
Man, it was crazy, bro. Because number
When
one, I ain't
you
know what I
pulled
was
up,
getting myself into, huh?
I said when you pulled up, what was
You know
going
what?
on?
Advanced individual training was a whole lot more relaxed than basic training.
Yeah.
Like they treated it like it was almost like college almost.
Yeah. You ain't had nothing to prove then. You was just learning some skills.
Yeah, it was more or less let's learn these skills. You know what I'm saying? So we would wake up, go to class in the mornings. We'll do our outside time on the vehicles, and then we would come back for some more classroom training. And then we would, eat in between and all that. We had weekends off. If you score high enough on the physical fitness test, which luckily, me having the sports background, the
Yeah.
physical fitness part was I fell right in on that. So
Right.
you could get off, you could go, go out, go to the PX, which is the exchange, like a shopping mall on base, if you score
Okay.
high enough on your tests and stuff. So it was chill, but I tell you, when I got there, I didn't know. I told you, I didn't know what I got myself into.
Yeah.
They said, welcome. They said, you all chose to be 88 Mikes, which is a truck driver, motor transportation operator. And they
Okay.
was like, watch this video. And they show us this video, and it's like Iraq at the time, which we all knew because you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? No big game,
Yeah.
ain't no big question. And you see these trucks driving down the street, and then all of a sudden you just see this big ass cloud.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And they just keep showing us for like 20, 30 minutes. They just kept showing us videos of trucks getting blown up. You know what I'm
What
saying?
those IUDs? Is that what
Yeah,
they call it?
IED is a
IUD.
improvised explosive device, and
I'm thinking about I'm thinking about birth control. When
the IUD.
yeah, but what you
Hey,
were saying though?
it's a form of birth control for sure. Um, so they showed us that for like 20, 30 minutes, man. And it was just video after video of motherfuckers getting blown up. And
Wow.
they was
To
like,
let you
this
know they
is
didn't want to be you.
yeah, they was like, this is gonna be you. You know, one of the dudes told us they was it was fucked up back then a little bit, you
They're
know.
trying to program y'all as
They was like, yo, you're gonna fucking die. The motherfucker told us, he was like, yo, you're probably gonna fucking die. Like, which looking back, that was crazy. They can't talk that way in the army no more. Like the army done changed a whole lot.
Yeah,
They could
everything
never
got
say no shit like that now.
yeah, it
But
ain't got
back
all
then,
soft and rainbowy.
huh?
It ain't got all soft and rainbowy.
Yeah, yeah. They trying, I don't get into that part.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's definitely changed a whole lot. The dynamic has definitely changed. But I mean, I get it too, because during that time, it was a time of war. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And so yeah, the dude was pretty much like, yeah, y'all probably gonna fucking die. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I was like, cool, I guess let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
If that's what
And
we're doing,
that's what type of time we on. Let's go.
our
And
family
it's
gonna be
great.
straight.
Yeah, family gonna be, and that was my mind. That was my ultimate way of thinking was like, I ain't really give a shit at that time if I did or didn't. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But I knew
That's
if I
how we
did.
think as men. That's how we think. We like my family gonna be took care of. So
Right.
what let's get to it.
Yeah, let's get to it, man. Let's hurry up. And yeah, so I did the advanced individual training. That was about 7 weeks. So that put me to like September of 2008. You know what I'm saying? So mind you, um, I went to basic in April of 2008. Got done with basic and AIT, got back home to Winston, touched back down in Winston in 2008, September. Um, and then shit, I was in Iraq 2009 of April. So
Man.
exactly 1 year later.
So
Yeah, it was quick.
what you when that plane touched down,
Yeah.
what was going on? What was going through here and up here?
Man, you know what? And I was just talking to my daughter about this a couple of days ago. So I went twice. The first time I was straight, like, because you think I just came straight out of basic training. All I've been told in basic training is combat, 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 combat. Went to AIT, you gonna die. Combat, 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 combat. So by the time I was over there, like we wanted to go.
Yes,
We was like, that was shit. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't, when the plane touched down, I really didn't know any better, so to speak, to actually be like, oh shit. Like my second time going was like the oh shit because I remember from the first time.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Um, I guess I could equate it to like if you get caught with your hand in a cookie jar, the first time it ain't so bad, but that second time you like, damn, if I get caught, it's gonna be some shit. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
that way of thinking. If I guess if I could
All
say,
all the innocence was gone. You already knew you knew what was going on. You knew what you was going to go get into. You
right,
knew what was over there for you. You know what I'm saying?
right,
You knew what was waiting over
right,
there.
yeah, yeah. But Iraq was an experience, man. That shit definitely changed me. For the good and for the bad, man. Yeah.
Also, though, speak on that a little bit. Like when we say change, well, first of all, we say changing for the better.
Yeah, well, it changed me for the better, man. It grew me up really fast. Um, because ain't
Seriously,
no,
bro.
yeah, it's serious. This shit ain't no joke. Like people really out here losing their lives by the hour. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So and it ain't like back when you back in the hood, you might go to the other neighborhood and squabble over some people, then go back to your crib. You on your side of town, they on their side of town. It's like, nah, it's like you living in the middle of these people's shit in their
Yeah,
country. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
they
It's
they
people
they
all the time.
they got one job, bro. And that's to make sure you don't breathe. You know what I'm saying? So it changed me for the good in that. And it also put me around people. For the first time, it put me around black men who was more closer to my age, who had shit going for themselves. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Because coming from Winston, did I know people that had shit going for themselves? You know what I'm saying? Stand up gentlemen, yeah, but they was all like 70 years old.
yeah,
So you can't relate to that.
yeah,
This put me in a situation where I'm around, 30. I'm at the time, I'm 19, but I'm around 35-year-old black men that that's done been to college, there's school teachers, there's, you know, principals, there's businessmen, you know what I'm saying? Because the
Yeah.
reserve type of thing.
It's more
And
relatable, man.
it's more relatable then. And,
Yeah,
and you can see the light just a little bit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So so that's how it changed me for the good. It made me appreciate life a lot. Like you really appreciate the small things. You know what I'm saying? It definitely did that. And if I say anything other good, man, it just taught me how to stand on my own too.
Yeah.
You know, cause over there ain't nobody got time to be holding your hand. Ain't nobody babying you along. It's like, nah, you know what you need to do and we need to get it done.
Oh, you're nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think that first one was like 12 months, 12 or 13 months total that I was in Iraq the first time. Yeah. The
But
bad, if I would say, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Let's get around to that right there. Let's speak on that.
Oh man, the downside, um, in recent years is me pondering. Like, I don't think you're supposed to come back to regular life after that. You
Like
know what I'm
ain't
saying?
it's supposed to be a buffer in between that shit.
I don't think you're supposed to come back at all, bro.
For
Like,
real?
yeah, like I ain't gonna say you're not supposed to. I don't think it's designed for that.
Okay.
Because once you take a person and you put them in that environment, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you put them through so much stress, trauma, you know, lack of sleep, all of this, like, and then they just come back to the regular world, like, it don't really, they don't mesh. That's why you see a lot of veterans have issues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of veterans have issues.
Yeah.
Um, man, one time I saw a picture, I put a picture, two pictures beside. I had one picture prior to me going in my army uniform, and then I had a picture on the way back. The last picture I took in Iraq, bro, I probably looked like I was 20 years older.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just do something to you. Like you probably ain't even had the same look in your eyes.
Nah,
You
nah,
know
whole
what I'm
facial structure.
saying?
You know what I'm saying? Everything. You just
Yeah.
look different.
Yeah, all the kid and all the play was gone up out of it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, that's gone. And I thought about that the other day. I was like, damn, man, we was really like, I had made a post on Instagram. I was like, man, we was really like 17, 18, 19 years old.
I seen it yesterday. Yeah, I
Yeah.
seen that. I said, that was deep.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's just something that hit me a couple of days, weeks ago. Like,
Yeah.
damn, we was really over there at that younger age. Like that shit ain't supposed to be like that, bro.
It's
That
not.
ain't normal. You know what I'm saying?
It's not.
That ain't normal. I think the worst thing, well, personality wise, like you gain a fucked up sense of person, like a fucked up sense of humor. You know
Yeah,
what
it
I'm
kind of
saying?
dark.
Yeah, you get that. Like I'm probably like one of the darkest people you might know when it comes to sense of humor. And I was talking to my wife, and I was like, you know, when we was over there, you had to laugh at shit.
You
You
gotta
know,
find the humor.
yeah, you gotta find a humor in it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like I had a homeboy of mine. Me and him used to always go out on missions together. He was from Winston too, man. Older cat. And man, crazy white dude, man. That's my boy, still to this day. And and we had this joke between us. It was like, yo, don't smile at the flash because they ain't fucking taking pictures. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Meaning, if you see, because especially at night, we drove at night. So if you seen an explosion, right, it would be this flash.
Yeah.
It ain't like in the movies. You know, in the movies when you see an explosion and it's this
Yeah.
big gigantic fireball and fucking that shit ain't how it look in real life. It's
Yeah.
really fucking quick. It's like you see a flash, you see the plume of smoke, and then you hear the boom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we used to always joke, man, like don't smile at the flash, bro. Cause they ain't taking we thought that was the funniest shit ever. Like ain't shit about that funny,
Yeah.
dog.
It
Like
ain't funny.
that's
It ain't fucking funny.
I find the shit still funny today. You still smiling now, talk about the shit. Like, but you gotta find that. you just gain that dark. If you ever run into somebody that's been in the military, they probably got a really fucked up sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a supervisor that was in the damn Marines. He really is. Sometimes I only, it take a couple seconds for me to get it. You know what I'm saying? I'd be
Yeah.
like, okay.
It
And
takes you a
even
while.
then, I'd be like, damn, like, okay. But hey, shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just kind of give them that look like, all right, man, sure. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's but that's you taking people and putting them in a situation where at any given minute, um, I think when I was in Iraq during the time I was in Iraq, the life expectancy of a truck driver was something like 30 seconds
Damn.
from the time you left base. Um, Now did that mean everybody died? Naturally, no, I'm still here, others are still here. You know what I'm saying? But it was that life expectancy shit, or however they calculated, was like 30 seconds is your life expectancy. So if you made it past 30 seconds, you was good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, but
Did you ever run over a IED?
nah, I didn't, man. Thankfully. You know what I'm saying? Thankfully I didn't. But I seen realistically, I probably seen about four of them go off. You know what I'm saying? About four went off. I did see that, about four. And but that shit was always around though. You would always hear other bases. Convoy got hit because we would do these little briefs and shit, and they'll tell you like what happened in the last little bit of time or whatever. And they'd be like, yo, since this time and this time, we had an element that got hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, Actually one of my homeboys, he from the neighborhood too. His unit got hit while we was over there one time. And but I remember the one crazy thing were really like it was about half, it was like in October. We was like halfway through the deployment or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And man, the craziest thing ever is they was like last night, and it was about like a two. So we would leave the gate, you would make a left out onto what they call MSR Tampa, which is the main supply route.
Yeah.
Going into Baghdad. We stay like on the outskirts of Baghdad. And I believe they said they found like 22 IEDs within like a 2 mile stretch of road.
Damn.
Yeah. Them motherfuckers was about to have a fucking party, bro. Like, you
Man,
know what I'm saying? And but luckily we had the equipment, the technology and shit to find it. So they found them.
how
But
they
this
know
is
that it was there?
huh?
How they know that all them shits was there? Like,
Man, so they use intelligence. Between intelligence, people talking, and like I said, the equipment. They would have a convoy go out before we went out.
like
But that
UAVs or something.
yeah, like that. And then they would have like so before we went out, they would have another what's called route clearance. They would have route clearance go out, and their whole job was to clear the route. So their whole
Yeah.
job is to look for the IEDs and stuff. So yeah, it's like 45 minutes before we was about to leave. They was like, we found 22 of them about 2 hours ago. But we got it all cleaned up and y'all good to go. Yeah.
That is a
And we
lot of work.
and we thought nothing of it, man.
Yeah.
Like we was
And
like,
that was
fuck this,
that
let's
was
go.
protocol. That's regular shit.
Yeah. It was like, well, cool. Y'all got that shit out the way. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I think eventually the thought of getting hurt or killed, you gotta put that shit away.
Yeah.
Like you can't think about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I think you
You got
put it
to live.
away, but I think it comes back eventually in time.
Yeah. That
Yup.
did that make you I'll say this, did it make you a hard person or did it make you more empathetic or did it you just have a balance?
Man, I would say it balanced me out. Um, in some ways, right?
Yeah.
Um, Cause like them people over there, man, I ain't never had no beef with them people. You know what I'm saying? Still ain't got no
Yeah.
beef with them people. I kind of end up looking at it like, man, you know, shit, what you would do if somebody was in your country?
Yeah.
If somebody came up and put up a tent in the middle of your front yard and was like, hey, Omar, this is my spot now.
Occupied your space. Like,
Yeah, we gonna have to see about it. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I just kind of looked at it as man, you doing what you gotta do, I'm doing what I gotta do. But what I gotta do is a little bit more important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
'Cause I gotta goddamn like I gotta when I turn in at night, I gotta have my life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I did have one moment, man. I had one moment where I just woke up one day and I was sitting outside, and I would go outside and listen to the prayer every morning. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not a Muslim, but that was like some of the, like, if I could say, like, the most peaceful shit ever is I
I've
would
heard it
go.
before. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
yeah, and to be in that country, and you could see the dude in the tower where they got the speakers and all that,
Yeah.
and they play it over the thing, and I was looking out over. I was, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was
What you
like, man,
mean though? Like you was just like what? Like you had a moment like it was like what the fuck is what the fuck am I doing here?
yeah,
You
I
know? Yeah.
yeah, I had that moment like, what in the actual fuck is my black ass doing in motherfucking Iraq, bro? Like, you done did it this time type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you really got yourself in some shit this time. But man, I went there, I had to go to the room, bro. I don't know if it was like an anxiety attack or something, but I had went to the room. I gave my weapon to my homeboy. I was like, man, you gotta take this shit, man. I gotta go to sleep, bro. 'Cause this shit ain't right. But now after that, man, it was back to the regular programming.
Yeah. Do you deal with any issues now? Because, you know, like if you deal with any kind of PTSD or anything like that?
Yeah, yeah, got the PTSD label from the VA. You know what I'm saying? Um, Mostly because, like, on my end, um, like I said, the shit really sent me into a dark place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The shit really, and then being away, it was real hard for me to adjust coming back home
Yeah.
because I'm used to this certain way of living. Now I'm having to come back home and
Real
reintegrate
good.
into society. And man, fucking civilians, bro. Let me tell you, the civilian population is fucking nuts. Like, people have no rhyme or reason. You know what I'm saying? People just do
Yeah.
dumb shit. But that's life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The military isn't really life. It's
Yeah.
it's it's like the Truman Show, bro. It's all made up. It's all planned out for you. You know what you're gonna do in the morning. You know what you're gonna do at breakfast, lunch, dinner. You know what I'm saying? You know what you're gonna do this time next week.
Yeah.
Every second is accounted for. And it was really hard for me to adjust with just getting back home.
Yeah. Let me ask you this right here. I know a
Yeah,
lot of people, man. You know what I'm saying? I got well, they very few, but I know a few people who went to the military, and when they come back, I think what I've seen a couple people struggle with is how they say how ungrateful people are when they come back. You know what I'm saying? Just I
yeah,
guess like people just being so willy nilly with their freedom.
yeah,
Like, what do you think about that? Do you think that bothered you any like what bothered you when you came back to just see how fucking willy nilly people is, and not even realizing how somebody had to put their life on the line for their
yeah,
freedom?
yeah. No, like I said, man, when I came back, man, I was like, these motherfuckers have lost their fucking mind.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, hey, if we at the job or something and we need to get something done, and hey, I need you to do X, Y, and Z, and they just like, all right,
fucking
and it never get done, and you like, yo, what the fuck, bro? That's another thing, is especially in the job place. That's been a real big issue for me in the job place. In the army, if me and you having a conversation and I'm fucking up, you'll be like, yo, Brandon, what the fuck is you doing, man? We need to get this shit done. Like, cut the bullshit, get your head out your ass. Let's get this done so we can move on to the. You can't talk like that to somebody. I found that out like a couple times. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of frowned
Both
upon.
ready to
Like,
square up.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
man, yeah. But it's like that's what we used to. You know what I'm saying? And then as
yeah,
I got as I rose up in ranks, like, yo, the way, hey, man, get this shit done, bro. Like, what the
yeah,
fuck? Yeah, you can't do that, man.
especially when
Nah,
it comes to like the supervisor-employee relationships. Yeah,
yeah,
I struggle. Even today, I struggle with that a lot because
yeah,
like we should be able to talk as men, and but then people get butt hurt and have underlying. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. People take it
Yeah,
personal, and I know
yeah, yeah. People take it personal and all that
everybody
shit.
throw in how they feel nowadays, especially grown ass men. I feel like that. Nobody give a fuck about what you feel.
Yeah, yeah,
In the
yeah.
workplace, in the goddamn word.
Yeah, nah, especially not at work. Hey, at the house, at the crib, if we can talk about your feelings, man. Get some therapy going. You know, hey,
You know what I'm
whatever.
saying?
But for the most part, it's like if we got some shit, we need to get it done. We need to get it done.
Yeah,
But that's because you coming from an environment where, hey, if I tell you you need to be X, Y, and Z at a certain amount of time,
yeah,
it's you could lose your life
yeah.
if you ain't really fucking doing what you need to be doing. Or you
Yeah.
could cause somebody else to lose their life. That's even
Stakes are a
worse.
lot different.
Yeah.
Yeah, the risk is a lot different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
On this side, you know what I'm saying, worst come to worst, like we can fuck up some product and lose some money, but
Right.
on the other side, you fuck around and get your face blew off,
Right.
or or get somebody hurt.
Right. Or
You know what
get
I'm saying?
somebody hurt. Or you could cause some shit if
Or
you
a
know
shit
if you
storm.
yeah. Cause motherfucker might think you 2 miles down the road, but you was bullshitting, so you ain't tell them you moved. Now they looking for you. Now they got them people out there risking their life looking for you. They in the wrong place.
Yeah,
Now motherfuckers don't, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's just what would a chain of events that could really go south.
yeah. Did you ever see
Yeah.
somebody get hurt? Like fucked up when you was in the military? Or just
Nah,
something go down that you really didn't have to go down that way?
nah, luckily, like I said, man, I was real lucky. Hindsight 2020, that I ain't had to see nobody, get hurt or lose their life. I saw somebody get hurt one time from a distance, probably about um, I say probably like a half a mile. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Well, maybe a little less, about a quarter mile. It was a convoy coming this way, and I think it was like there was some French soldiers or some shit. It was a French convoy coming this way, and we was going south, and they actually hit the bomb. We didn't, they did.
Dang.
And they had to come and get them. And they had to, you seen the helicopter came and flew them off and shit. But nah, that's it. I seen this Iraqi dude get fucked up. That shit was crazy. I don't know what dude problem was. We think the motherfucker had tried to plant a bomb and some shit.
Yeah.
But when he seen us coming, bro, that motherfucker got in his truck and hauled ass through the desert where the truck fucking flipped over and
Well,
probably barrel rolled like 20 times. And then this
dang.
motherfucker got out the truck and ran off in the middle of the desert and just collapsed. Yeah. So that's the two times I've seen people get hurt. But man, I consider that to be a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it could have been plotting on y'all there.
Right, right. Cause yeah, when I came home, man, people ask me all the time, "Hey, man, especially when I come back to the hood and shit, man, you had to shoot somebody, you on your Rambo shit. And you just be like, you don't even fucking know, dude.
Yeah.
Like this ain't Call of Duty, my guy.
You think Call of Duty?
Like the motherfucker shoot back. You realize that, right? The range is it's a saying in the military. In combat, the range is two-way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this shit ain't Call of Duty, man, where you just uh yeah, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Like
And
motherfuckers is really trying to kill you. People have really lost, like, people really done lost their fucking lives, bro. 17, 18, 19-year-olds, 35-year-olds, people with kids, females that might have been single parents. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man, all walks of life. Somebody grandson, somebody granddaughter. These people really fucking died, man. Like, that ain't the shit you want to see, man. You know? You can't
yeah.
just kill nobody and thinking you just going, nah, hell, no. Nah, that ain't it.
Um, in closing, was that ever like a real fear of yours? Was that ever
What's
something that you could lose? You know what I'm saying? That you Damn, excuse me, I'm tongue tied in this motherfucker. Was that really ever a fear of yours that you could lose your life? You know what I'm saying? Or that you probably wouldn't? Did you ever at some point say, you know what, I probably ain't gonna come home? Well, it's a possibility that I won't be coming home.
Nah, because
No.
I think at that point, you know, like I said, I went straight from basic AIT. Like I ain't had no in between time. So, like, I hate to use the word brainwash, but I would say I was prepared. I would say that. Yeah.
If that's what it came to, that's
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely that. But yeah, you had to throw that shit in your back pocket because you'll drive yourself crazy. Um, but the
all been.
military, it's a good thing though. Yeah,
Yeah,
we could get on that later because I could talk all day and night about that too.
yeah. I was gonna ask you, man. Shit, we run up on an hour now. Well, when you gonna come? When you gonna holler at us again, man?
Oh
Gonna do
man, anytime we definitely got to schedule another one.
I hope so. Hope you'll
Cause I
make time for us, man.
yeah for sure all day, man. You know it's a 3 hour difference, so we just got to collab on that.
I
And
think Hassan say you want to hop in on the next one. You say you want to be on the panel.
yeah, that's my boy, man. Me and him chop it up about man. We was chopping up today, and I'm like, and he like at the same time on the phone, like, bro, we gotta get off the phone. We gonna be on here
Yeah.
chopping it up. Just about man, anything, everything, current events, all type of shit.
How you
So,
like being on though? How was your experience for the first time though? What you think about it?
man, it was great, man. It's a
Terrible.
place where you can express yourself. Hey, it's damn near like therapy, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you get licensed, man. You start charging people this shit. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
even think I'm all that good at it though, man. That's the crazy part about it. Like just two niggas on the phone, just chopping it up, just talking about shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. But
Maybe I'm
nah,
on something. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you definitely on to something. So we gotta get on here and do this again.
I hope so. It's dope having you, man, for real. I can't wait next time. You want to shout out anybody or
Uh,
anything?
hey man, shout out to my boys, Hassan, Fredo, Berto, all the homeboys back in North Carolina. Man, y'all gotta come to Vegas, man.
Hey, we gonna. Hey, look, I'm gonna have to get out there and see
Come
what's going
on.
on. Yeah, man, for real.
All right, for sure.
Well, man, we appreciate you, man. We salute you definitely, and shit, can't wait to have you back on, man. This was dope right here. I can't wait to do this again.
For sure, bro. Peace.
Hey, peace.